they're not wild reptiles, so they're born without that I have to eat to survive attitude.
Yeah.
Others will eat anything you put in front of them.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Man, it's good looking.
What's that?
That is a really good looking snake.
Thanks, man. Yeah, she's really pretty. I got her from I don't know if you've come across that YouTube channel called Reptile Nexus, but he does like hog noses now. He used to do ball pythons on, and it's crazy because she looks exactly like her mom, and her mom's just like a really clean pastel. They have the same like these like yin and yang style like patterns right here. Looks just like the mom, but like the fireflies just came out like ridiculously bright. And she's still holding her yellows. Like you can't tell in this video, but I got pictures on Instagram and whatnot. She's like glowing.
And that's what's cool. You can tell she's clean. She don't look dirty. I love that.
Yeah. She's nice and girthy too. She's fat for a ball python.
Dude, see that right there is just a lot of TLC. It really is. I mean, you can tell you put real hard work and passion into it. I love how light the head is. I'm pointing at my screen like you can see that, but I love how light the head is.
Yeah, super bright.
This is a very faded head. Cool.
Come on, little girl. Yeah, I got her breeding a male Spark. Not too many people working with the Spark combo, and that's kind of why I got into it. But the Spark times a fire makes what's called a grenade. Just looks like a really like tricked out yellow belly. So add pastel on top of that, I can only imagine. I don't know if it's been done yet, but it's not on World of Ball Pythons, and I can't seem to find one anywhere. I know the pastel Sparks have been made, but that as well is not on World of Ball Pythons, but super nice combo.
Yeah, dude, I can imagine the yellow that you're gonna bring out with that. That's gonna be insane, and that's the thing. I mean, it's gonna look like a super yellow, like neon yellow. It's not even gonna be like a yellow. It's gonna be more neon, which is very cool. That's exciting.
Yeah, see, heck yeah, man. It's funny. Whatchamacallit, you know, so like the fire and the spark makes a grenade. A spark is a spark. I was kind of like messing around. I was like, dude, what would you call like a firefly like spark? Like what would you call it? Like C4 RPG?
I was thinking rocket launcher.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's cool. And see, that's the thing. I mean, that's why I don't think the hobby's dead. The hobby's alive because I mean, you're taking some simple genes and making awesome combinations and making more beautiful animals. It's not like that is an exciting forte into the yellow because I mean there's yellow bellies, there's pastels, but I mean when you start adding what you're talking about, that's gonna make a cool looking yellow. And then you start really working at it, that's gonna be a fire snake. That's gonna be tight.
Oh yeah,
that's nice.
It's super fun, man. You know, the market is down on a lot of the common stuff, but there's still, I mean, even with the more common genes, there's still like stuff that hasn't been tapped into yet. So that part's exciting for me, especially working with the Spark, working with the Mystic stuff. Mystic's a little bit more common now, but there's still so much untapped potential. So I'm looking forward to it. Are you breeding this season or no?
No, I got a couple carpet pythons that are breeding, but I don't know if I'm gonna. They're up to size, but it's just one of them things. I don't know if I want to really push it.
That's basically how it was with this girl last season. I could have pushed her really late, but I was just like, nah, man, it's better to just wait. You know what I mean? Don't rush it. Get it done right.
I mean, they're definitely showing interest. It's weird because I got a jungle that's only a year old, and he is just cruising the cage looking for a female. And I just like, all right, let's see. It's like you're not even up, you're not ready to breed. But you know, I was watching that Ball Python. It says, let your male tell you what they want to do. And I'm like, all right, let's see what you do. So I threw him in with my Carlin and breed. I just wanted to see what he would do. And sure enough, where he was, I'm like, so that's what you wanted.
Yeah.
And he hasn't, you know, he went off food. and now I know why. You know, it makes sense.
Yeah,
And so
yeah,
I pulled them out, put them back. I'm like, all right, you know, people say jungles are hard, and you're saying I'm ready to go.
dude. I had a mystic male, the father of like a lot of my mystic stuff. He did that 2 years in a row. Like he just would not eat in the wintertime, and sure enough, like when he was with females, he was like my best breeder. He was killing it, dude. But then he doesn't eat for like 6 months at a time. So it's like, yeah, definitely that video that both of you made was like really good too, like really informative.
It really was. And I mean, that's the thing. I mean, we learn so much from watching each other's videos, and that's what's
Yeah,
great. I mean, we never claim to know it all, and we're
yeah,
all on different aspects of it, but yet we all learn from each other, and I
yeah.
love that.
Yep. There's like these little things that you never would think of. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it. You're exactly right. It's the tiny little things that make the biggest difference in everything, and that's what makes it wonderful. And I mean, like you look at like even like you posted your website on your YouTube today, like you showed that, and you look at that YouTube, and if people go to your website, like I said, you can really see the amount of effort you put into that. So now, if I make a website, just watching your videos and then going and checking out your website, it's like, okay, this is the type of website I would like to build. It connects all the social media. It
Yeah,
connects. It really puts more of a, not like a home grown feeling, but just more of like an intimate connection with you. And when and
yeah, yeah,
as a buyer or a potential buyer, that is huge because that website is you're representing who you are, and anybody that looks at the website knows, like, wow, this guy really put a lot of time and effort into it. It's not just a quick little bio. It's not just, look, here's my YouTube channel, here's my Instagram, here's my Facebook, here's my story, here's my snakes, here's what I'm doing. And it's clean. It's not a confusing website. Everything's right there. And I learned a lot
yeah,
just by looking at your website. Like, that's how it should look. It's
yeah, yeah. Appreciate
and
it,
that's
man.
inspiration for me.
Yeah. And it's funny because literally that website, I probably have maybe 2, 3 hours into it. That's it. It was really easy. And that website that I used gives you like a template, so it's like super easy. And of course, YouTube always helps. But yeah, so like you said, man, that stuff's important because if someone has or wants to do something like that, they know who to go to for help. You know what I mean? So really
Oh
appreciate it, man.
yeah. Andrew J goes, you guys have the chat off. I think he's wanting to get in.
Yeah. Here, let's add
Yeah.
them. Go ahead. You can add them.
Do you know how to? Which one is that? Let's see. Actually, I think it's you're running it, so you got to do it.
Okay. Let's see.
This is we're live.
Here, I'm gonna ask him what his email is. I don't think we're on like Google Plus together. His Firefly is finally getting ready to take off. She's finally chilling right now. The second go, I couldn't get her to sit still.
Oh, I know, dude. They never want to sit still.
Yeah.
When you want to, they don't. When they finally do, you're like, why couldn't you
Too
have done
late.
that 15 trying to take pictures or a video? Or it's they're crazy. I love it. And that's the thing,
Yeah.
that there's so much going on in all aspects of the reptile community. I mean, look at the huge push of blue-tongued skinks. I
Well,
mean,
recently, huh?
yeah,
I noticed
last
that.
year it's really taken off.
Same thing
And
with the Western hognose snakes. Those
yeah,
things took off over the last 2 years like no other. You go to the colubrid like forums, and that's like the #1 thing being sold right now. It's like the ball pythons of the pythons. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And see, that's what I'm saying. That's where I think people got to remember when you're trying to sell these animals, and you're sitting there saying, well, I want to make this much money. I'm going to make that much money. It's not. It's you also got to look at to the society we live in today. I mean, people are hurting for money everywhere. Everything
Yeah.
is so expensive.
Yeah.
So when you're trying to sell, you're trying to get people into it. You gotta understand that it's not that people aren't interested in that snake, and it's not that they don't want to pay the money for that snake. It's just that realistically, you have kids, you have car insurance, house rent.
Yeah.
If you don't own, you got your homeowner's insurance. I mean, there's just so much. It's not like when I was growing up, like a pack of Marlboro cigarettes, and I'll use cigarettes as an example because of the price.
Yeah.
It was
Oh yeah.
$1.10 for a pack. Now a pack is dollars, and up in New York it's like $10. And so people don't realize that. I think people forget that everything costs money. I mean, and the prices have went up, and jobs are hit and miss with so many people now that they don't feel secure. So they're afraid to say, you know what, I'm going to spend that $5,000 or $3,000 or $2,000, or I'd rather get that $200 snake that isn't going to cost me an arm and a leg, but it's something that I want. And so therefore, I think people need to remember that we live in a world where everything's uber expensive now. I mean,
yeah, for sure, man. Look at milk. Have you seen that picture on social media where it's like $20 like 20 years ago versus like now or something like that? And it's like 20 years ago the shopping cart was like just stacked, and then now it's like just a few things in there.
Yeah.
So true. Yeah.
Gas. I remember going up $100. I was like, I can get whatever I want, and now $100, it's like
essentials.
I can get Black Ops 3 game, but then again, it's like I gotta get my season pass, so therefore, the game has now turned into a $100 game with my season pass.
Yeah.
The thing, and then there's the add-ons. You know, I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, it's crazy how expensive things are now, and I think that's what people forget. You know, it's just one of them things that you gotta look at today's society and the way money is, and you know, some people are gonna get lucky and get, you know, selling a couple $1,000 animals, but the majority of it are people that are gonna be buying from us. That we have some higher end stuff, but we're a working man's affordable snake.
Yeah.
We can.
It scares me to invest in like a really expensive project, because I can only imagine how tiny that market is. So I wouldn't want to spend all that money just so I can try to make money and not be able to sell that animal. So I like breeding the more common stuff because they always find homes. You know what I mean? I hear stories of people sitting on snakes for like 2 or 3 years because they can't find anyone to sell them to. And that's part of the reason why I don't want to spend big money on these snakes.
Right, and big money, like I got a hit sterling, 100% hit sterling boa.
Yeah.
And I also got Ken was a super nice guy. Sent me because I bought so many snakes from him. He sent me a free 66% hit that he thinks is 100. He thinks will turn out to be 100% hit.
Yeah.
And I could have, and that still costed me $1,500 for that snake for the hypo.
Yeah.
Now the cool thing was he could have charged $30,000 for just the sterlings. A pure sterling is $4,000.
Yeah.
Just the hit sterlings for hypo hits are $1,500. Now the sterlings are like a patternless but with color. But he didn't charge. $4,000 is a lot of money, but it's affordable as far as like if you save your money and stuff like that to get into a brand new morph that's proven. And that's cool. He didn't try to charge an arm and leg, and I thought that was really smart because he's not really sitting on all of them, because I was able to buy that hypo hit Sterling, and yeah, 1,500 is a lot of money. I'm not saying it's not, but I was able to get in that project at cost effective. I thought that was genius.
Yeah,
because he could. Because you look at blood pythons, your sunsets, they're going for 3,000 to 5,000 or more. Actually, your bloody sunsets, I think, are going for like, I don't know, $12,000, $10,000. And the simple fact is, I mean, you got 2 recessive genes working plus a co-dominant gene working, and you're charging 12,000. Now that animal is worth it. I think it's beautiful, but at the same time, the average person is not going to buy that. It's just not going to happen. And I appreciate that people that can afford that get it and then breed them and then sell hits and make it to where people like me can buy them. But I mean, in today's market, they got to look at not trying to do that. You know what I mean? I agree you should sell the animal for what it's worth. I'm not saying that. But I think the days of an animal costing $10,000 for the most part is over, except for like the sunset ball pythons and the Skelos head. Those are still up there. And then the boas, I think the only thing that went up for that price was like albinos when they first came out, your calls.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even see the sunsets anymore, man. Honestly, I don't see anyone working with sunsets.
Yeah, sunset hogs, those are actually pretty. Those aren't too bad, but I think the ball pythons. Yeah, I thought you were talking about the sunset hogs too. But the ball python sunset hogs, I think there's a couple people that are doing it, and I'm like, that he hasn't received anything yet. I think he said sorry, Matt. Thingy, but I've seen a couple on there for sale. Like there was I shared it on there on my Facebook page a while back, going them for like $40,000.
Damn.
I was like, man, I mean, and I hope that person gets them, because I know when Brian Bartek first came out with it, I think the hits were like 50,000 or 40,000 or something like that, and I think it was like 40,000. You get a sunset and a hit sunset.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, it's like, I mean, that's a true investment, and the bigger breeders can do that, and they do that because they have the means of funds and then the snakes to put into it. But I mean, realistically, the sunset is an amazing thing, but at the same time, I mean, I agree with keeping it, and it's going to hold its value longer. But I mean, really, I can understand 5,000, 7,000, but 40,000. I mean, that is just. I think that's just too much. I do. I mean, but I'm not knocking anybody that pays that. I'm not trying to get the wrong impression that, oh, you bought that, you're an idiot. No, you bought that. Hey, more power to you. You got the money, you can afford to do it. Congratulations. I wish I could do that, because I would do it, But I mean, I think that's the thing. I think where we are in your video, it's a small hobby breeder. I thought that it was like doing. I am doing this for myself, for people that want good quality animals, but yet, I can really give you the time and attention that you need. I mean, and I think that's important. I think that's a huge niche in the market that we're filling.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, although there's some stuff that Jacoby's doing with ball pythons, I really watch that with the pieds and the clowns, and it's like, I'd say clowns are probably my favorite. Just morph ball python. I love clowns. I love everything clowns do.
I
Oh,
love
there's a
clowns and I love desert ghosts. Those are my two favorite recessives that like ultimately I want to work them into each other and just do everything with that.
desert ghosts are awesome, and desert. You know, I found out that the female gene, you know, you can't reproduce, but people get away from that, and realistically is if you tell the people when you're selling the desert females that hey, she will not,
Mm-hmm.
she will be a great pet, but she can't breed. But that shouldn't stop people from incorporating the desert because the babies are just phenomenal.
Yeah, I think you're confusing it, brother. There's desert and then there's desert ghost, two completely separate snakes. The
Now,
desert,
which one?
because the desert, that's like a little bit more common. The females don't reproduce, but the desert
Okay,
ghost,
that's what I'm thinking of.
it's not a desert and a ghost. It's one single gene, and it's a recessive gene. And I think Nerd was the one that like first started working with it. I think in like 2001. Um, but it's something completely different. Look up desert ghosts, dude. They look even better than the desert. And they're
Oh,
recessive.
okay, I'm learning something. See, I didn't know it was two separate
Don't
things.
worry,
That's
dude.
awesome.
Everyone confuses those two. The desert and the desert ghost. They think desert ghost is a combination of a desert and the hypo, but it's not. It's its own recessive gene, and it's still like not too common. You know, a desert visual desert ghost female is usually right around $1,000, and that's a steal if you can get one for that much.
Wow, dude. See, that's awesome. Oh, as he says, I haven't received anything yet. I don't know if you got that on the
Yeah,
thing,
I mean, I sent it.
but that see, I didn't know that. See, I learned something. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I see. I thought it was all. Cause I that's cool. That's actually fascinating.
Yeah.
I
My
like that. Yeah,
my
dude.
firefly is roaming around my daughter's room, keeping an eye on her. Because, like I said, she did not want to sit still.
Oh, that's awesome. I tell you, what was it? What was that? Oh, who did that video?
Can you see this?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, that's that head I was talking. That. Whoa,
That's a
that's.
pastel desert ghost.
Oh my. That is. Wow.
Tell me about it. It's just a simple pastel mixed with desert ghost does that.
That's amazing.
Right?
That. No, that is beautiful.
And like for instance, like pinstripe, like it's a really like earth tone type mutations for ball python, but I'm gonna show you a picture and everyone a picture right now of you add pinstripe to just desert ghost and oh my gosh. See how much it brightens that up?
Dude, it really shows like reduces it, but yet brightens it, and wow, it makes it. It's like it's sharpened. Oh wow, that is cool. Where did that go? Yeah, that's definitely cool. Oh, did it freeze? I bet it froze again. Ah, gotcha. Oh, that's cool.